Hey guys, Josh here again, and today we are making Tom's Ergo. I made this in PVC a little while ago, and all of you guys liked it, so I'm gonna make it out of this 3/4 inch multiplex, and it should turn out really nice. So I'm gonna be using this curved wooden plastic, really thin blade for tight corners. And we're just going to glue the template on and cut it out. And I will go through all the steps in time lapse. So hope you guys enjoy.
Okay guys, so just like I said previously, we're just going to glue the template on to the wood with a normal glue stick, and I'm going to proceed to cut it out with my Porter cable jigsaw. It's a really nice jigsaw. I'm having a little trouble with the blade right now as it's cutting a little unevenly, and sorry about that, my arm and back being in the way. I didn't know quite where the camera was. But I'm having a little trouble with uneven cuts, but hopefully it won't be a problem for you. And it still turned out great. I just need to leave a little bit more. I cut right on the line, so make sure you cut outside the line, and it'll give you a little leeway to work with. So just cut out all the lines as I'm doing here, and we'll move on to the next step. So I'm just going to clamp it up in my vise and sand the heck out of it. I got wood rasps, wood files, and after the paper comes off right there, and after I do some finer or some rough shaping, I'll eventually move to sandpaper to give it a nice finish. But for now, I'm just going to rough shape it to my hand. And make sure to take the paper off with the file and leave the section with the lanyard hole in, so you have a template to guide you when you drill the lanyard hole. So yeah, just keep on shaping it to your hand. Check it in your hand every once in a while to soften up the edges that don't feel right. And this whole process is mainly just about rounding the edges. And if you have a router or something like that, this will take much less time. But I'm doing it the old-fashioned way with hand tools. So you can also use a Dremel if you would like, but I prefer the files. It's just up to you. And make sure to round the fork tips sometime during this process. That's very important. You can round both sides, but I generally just round the side that's facing away from me, because that's the side where the bands are going to be coming over the forks. So again, it's just personal preference. If you like the symmetrical look, then you can do both forks. And there I just drilled it out. I think that was a 1/4 inch drill bit. And you can use the lanyard or not. I think it looks good to have the hole there, and gives you the option to have a lanyard. So if you don't feel as strong, or if you have it coming out of your hand every once in a while, or with really strong bands, then you can put a paracord lanyard in there and give you some extra stability. Sorry that this part's so long, guys, but I wanted to show you a realistic time frame of how long this took. It's not a short process. This is by far the most important and time-consuming part. But it's done, and you can see how all the edges are nice and smooth and rounded. So now I'm going to start with a sandpaper. I'm doing 120 grit, then 220, and then finishing with 400 grit, and getting all the dust off with some steel wool. I didn't spend near enough time on this as I should have. So in the end, when you put the oil on, the surface is a lot more cloudy than it would be if you had sanded it, or if I had sanded it better. So that's another thing. It depends on how much time you want to spend. I really wanted to get this done, so I sacrificed the finish a little bit, but it still feels amazing in the hand. So it's just up to you. The longer you sand it, the better it'll look in the end. but you can still make it feel really good with only a few minutes of sanding, so it's up to you. So here I am finishing it with the 400 grit. This is my favorite sandpaper. It leaves it incredibly smooth. So if you want to, definitely when you're buying sandpaper, get 400 grit. You don't really need to go any finer than that. I've heard people going all the way down to 1000 grit for things like this, but honestly I don't think there's any point to, because the 400 grit leaves it so smooth you can't even feel any imperfections. So there's no real reason to go finer than that unless you just want it to look like a masterpiece, or if you have many laminations and you want to make it look really good. So pour some boiled linseed oil into your cup or whatever you're using, and I'm just going to get all the dust off with some steel wool, and we're just going to rub the linseed oil on with a paper towel. You can also do this with your finger, but my hands were a little dirty at the moment, so I didn't really want to get the dirt onto the Slingshot, so I'm just using paper towels. But you can also rub it on with your finger. Some people think that makes it soak into the wood better. It just all depends on what you want to do, but I feel like the paper towels work very well. And I'm putting 3 coats on, 3 coats of oil, where you put a thick coat on and then buff it off, then put another thick coat on, leave it sit for a few minutes, and then buff it off, and so on. You can do as many coats as you like. I just went with 3 because I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. But you can do as many as you like. So now I'm going to band it up with some, this is actually, I usually use TheraBand Gold, but this is some latex, tapered latex band set. And so these are some great bands, and a super sure pouch on there from Simpleshot.com. So I'm just going to band it up, and then we'll go outside and do a little shooting test. New Multiplex Slingshot that we just made, 3/8 steel. This can's going to die. Holy cow, that was the quickest can cut I've ever seen. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial build of a Multiplex Ergo Slingshot. And make sure to click on some of the other links and to subscribe. It really gives me motivation to make these videos. So please do that for me. Make sure to check out my Catchbox video and my video on how to attach these bands to this Slingshot. I'll have the link on the screen somewhere, most likely. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.